Hey guys, welcome back to Isoft Originals official channel, and we are going to continue with what we left over the other day. And before we get started, if you have yet not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do well to subscribe to my YouTube channel. So this is what we have from our previous lesson, and it was really good. So in today's video, we're going to see how we can look at the prompt and then also communicate directly to the screen. Today too, I'm going to introduce you to how we can actually start coding the whole thing, so things are going to be very much appreciated. So I have created a YARA DLL files, a YARA DLL extension that is probably very good, and I will be taking you through how you could probably go along with it. So with no further ado, I'll just hop right into the video. So before I get started, I have this DLL file right in here, which I would like to use it in my project. So I have rules, and then I have Kale engine. So these two files, I will just right click and then copy those files, and I'll just come inside my directory, which is my main project directory. I'll just open the directory like this, and I'll go inside my bin. And before I do this, I have to make sure I run this in a 64-bit mode. So I'll just click on the configuration manager, then I just set this to a new 64-bit, click on OK, and now I should have 64-bit operating system. I could just simply click on the start so that I can get a new 64-bit operating system directory inside my other directories, right? So let's see what we have here. Right, so we have this, and now we have 64-bit directory. So just gonna go here, and I'm just gonna open in file folder, and inside the bin folder we should now have 64-bit, and inside the debug I'm just gonna paste these two right in there. So I created the DLL from C++, and I have rules here containing all malwares of YARA rules, which we will probably be using, and that is very great and very awesome, just as you can see. So now, since we have this, we're going to tackle the first thing first, which are the things we're going to start by doing. So let's go to the prompt here, and inside the prompt, just right here, we're just going to start and then write some codes which will probably allow us to communicate with our main form. So what we're going to do from here is, right up here, we're just going to declare a public string, and this is going to be called selected type. And this selected type, we're just going to use the get, and then we create a private set, right? So since we have this, we good to go, right? We probably good to go. This form is not going to be needed. And now we need a button scan. We need all these kind of stuff. So right, so I'm just gonna remove this guy, and I'll just go inside the prompt design, and I have this error. So technically I'm just going to go in here, and then I'll just remove this, and that should fix the problem. There you go. So this is going to be called, let me just rename these guys. So this is going to be called BTN quick scan. This is going to be called BTN deep scan. Right, and this is going to be called BTN, so BTN custom scan, right? So technically what we are trying to do is, when we click on this quick scan, we will say that the selected type is now going to be quick scan, or is going to be quick, right? So I'm just going to say it's going to be quick, right? Right. So then after, we just say this dot dialog results dot arc, meaning we done. So it's just gonna close itself. Then we have the selected type to be quick scan. The next thing is probably going to be the same thing. It's going to be the same thing for deep scan. So you know, actually it's going to be like a duplicated thing like this, and it's going to be deep. And another one is going to be custom. Just gonna say custom, right? So now we're good to go and all is good. So now let's go back to our main form right here, which is our form here. Remember, I was doing something real quick. Let me just clear everything. Right, so inside our main form here, you actually don't have to really do anything, but we will just start by creating some private list. So let's call this private list, and this is going to be list of strings, and this list is going to be infected files, and we will set it as a new list, right? And then right after this, we will create a private integer which will tell the total file scan, right? And by default we set it to 0. Let's create a private int, and let's call this threat count. If there is any threat count, or if there is any threat found, this is how it's probably going to be, right? So let's see what we have here. Okay, we will come back to that later on. Don't worry, we will come back to that later on. Right, so now since we have this, that is probably one thing to go. This is creating a global declaration for our antivirus system, right? So now what we want to do is to have onload event, right? So let's go to here. From here, click on this little guy and see onload, right? Like form load. So we're going to look for form load when the form is being loaded. So all the events are here, so we need form load. Just look through it until you have the form load, then you're good to go. So let's see form load. I think it's gonna be load. I think so. Right. Or we could easily, the easiest way to do this is to go back here and go back to your design. You see this one, select the main form and come to this side, and we should have, okay, but you know, we can also, you know, code it all along. So let's code it. So we're just gonna say it's gonna be private async. We're going to use asynchronous, so async, and just going to use void, call this form1 load, and that is going to handle the load event. And we're just going to have object, we call it sender event argument, we call it e. That is way better, right? So this is how we load a form, right? So let's create var scan type form equal to new scan type form, but technically we're not using scan type form, right? So we are actually using custom is prompt, right? We're using prompt in this case, right? We are declaring scan type form as prompt, right? So if then we check the scan type form, the show dialog equals to dialog results, okay, then technically we would have to pass through, we would have to pass in the string. So string selected equal to scan form type dot selected type. Remember, we already had selected type, right? So now what we probably gonna do is we will create a string called path to scan. That is actually the path to scan. For now, we will just leave it like empty for now, right? Now, right after this, we're going to use switch case here. So within the switch, we will have a selected switch we want to tackle, and in here, that is where we start, working out all the case. So we're just gonna say the first case is gonna be quick scan. Then we're gonna set the path to get environment to be document. That is right. And after that, we're just gonna say deep scan. We're just gonna get a path to my computer. And lastly, custom scan. Custom scan is probably gonna be open file dialog. So we're just gonna choose like this, right? That is really, really good. So since this, we're just gonna say special folder is gonna be system, yes. And now the quick scan is going to be system, and then the deep scan, I will prefer to use a path, right? So path to scan is now equal to we're just going to use this path to scan. So we're just going to use @ like this. Then we say C column this, right? Just like this. This is going to be our path, which of course we're going to scan. And with the custom, we are checking if the dialog is we will use a folder browse dialog, right? So we can easily do it the easiest way or the hard way, but I mean, this is all good. This is technically all good. Now before we finish everything, after this here, we're just going to use the await keyword because we are using asynchronous. Then we say task run, and now we will run the scan path just like this, right? So it's not going to be scan directory, but it's going to be start scan because we're going to create that in no time. I believe you probably understand what I'm trying to do. So now let's create the start scan. Okay, so now we have to create a private void, and let's call this start scan, right? And this here we pass in a string, which is a path where we will actually be looking at, right? So inside here we just say we will invoke, and technically what we are invoking is actually going to be let's just map it up. But okay, so what we are invoking is going to be an indicator, right? So we're just going to indicate if it is initializing the YARA or not. So we first have to say initializing YARA because we just want to make sure we are using YARA in this process, right? Okay, so this is how we're going to do it, and we do it this way, right? So we are initializing YARA in this case, and after that we will just create a string. Let's create a string. Let's call it rules path, and this rules path is going to determine where we have the YARA rules to be stored, right? And I already have it in the root directory where I am where my files are. So I'm just going to say path dot combine, and this is going to be application path, and instead of this base, I'll just say the start up path. Then after this started path, instead of this rules.yara, I'm just gonna say I'll just say rules directory and malware, right? That is it, but I'll add @ in front of this, right? So we say application is not app domain, but is rather going to be application dot, so we say application, right? So we have application dot startup path. Now after this we will just say, well, if directory, not directory, if, come on, oh my goodness, okay, all right, right, let's see what we have here. So if, oh my god, then we're just gonna say if the type, well, we need to initialize YARA, right? So if the YARA is coming from the rules path, right? If the YARA is coming from the rules path, then what we're probably gonna do is we're just gonna show a message box. The show, we just say fail to initialize rules path, and then we return just like this. Awesome. So right after this, we are probably good to go, right? So we have this private void startup screen, startup scan, and we are invoking this. But okay, let's just assign this to a label, right? So let's just say label. Let's call this LBL status. We work on that dot text should now equal to this. So we will initialize the YARA by showing it within a text, or the text is going to indicate if we have successfully initialized the YARA or not. So already we have this guy, right? So this is going to be LBL status, and let's go back. So this LBL status is now good. And let's see, after declaring this malware, we have a string which is called rule path. We are combining the application directory. So technically, if we have this right here, right, so if we initialize YARA rows, then we are showing this message, then we are returning, right? So after this return, we will just say the infected files dot clear. We will clear that list, and then we will say total file scan is now going to be 0, and then thread count is going to be 0. But right after that, we're just going to say, hey, if, then we're just going to say the directory we have, directory.exist, which is actually the path, right? Which is actually the path. Then we can go ahead and then start working on that as well. So we're just going to say directory scan, and then we will scan the path just like this. We will create that in no time. So since we are using it, we're just going to use else if file.exist, which is the path. Then we will just, if the file exists, then we will just scan single file, which is the path. We're going to create all these later on, so it's not going to be a problem at all. So after that, just right after that, we will say this dot invoke, and right after the invoke, right, so after the invoke, we just set the label, which is going to be LBL status.text should be equal to, then we will just interpolate. We just say scan completed, thread count is going to be this, and we probably good to go, right? Then we just end this up, right? So the next thing we're probably going to do is I'm just going to all right, so let's just end here. Let me see my time. Let's just end here. We have like 20 minutes gone, so let's end here. We are currently working on start scan. On our next video, we're just going to create the directory scan, the scan single file, then we fix all these errors. I want this video to be step by step. All right, the link to the files or the link to the current source code is in the description below. Remember, you would have to token me something a little bit because I took a lot of time to prepare this YARA stuff for you. So you'll probably have to support the channel, then you get access to it. Until then, have a nice day. Let's meet on our next video. Thank you.